Thanks for everybody coming tonight, and we want to stand and have a moment of silence. And after that, I'll speak with you some more. We've got some special guests tonight. All right, tonight we got the pledge. We're going to have it presented with Ms. Whittenberg coming up tonight, principal at RCI. If you all want to come up here in front, and when you come up, if you don't care to introduce them, and we'll start.
This group of students represents a few of our students of the month. They were chosen this year at Rockville Intermediate by our teachers. So we have Hayden Santos, Sam Tipton, Quincy Stidham, Leo Sloan, Tyler Gray, Ava Berry, Camden Tomlinson, Ethan Lane, and Atlas McDaniel.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Items to add to the agenda. I don't have nothing. If no one has anything to add, I need a motion for approval.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion from Ms. Edwards?
I'll second.
Got a second from Mr. Meade. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, approval of minutes. Our last meeting was March the 4th. We had a budget hearing, and we had a regular meeting. Is it all right to do that both at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. Y'all had a chance to look at them. Got any questions over our minutes for the last two meetings we had?
Make that motion.
Got a motion from Mr. Sally? Got a second from Mr. Hood. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, approval of claims. Y'all any got any particular questions on any deal for this past month? Let's see if these two guys or these two girls over there can help us figure it out. Okay, got a motion from Mr. Hood.
Second.
I got a second from Mr. Sally. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. All right, it looks like we have Ms. Jennifer Frazier. She's supervisor of school nutrition. She's going to do an overview of the summer feeding. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I was asked to just give you an overview, and I think there might have been some concerns that there might be some financial issues with our federal funding for the summer feeding, and that's not the case at all. Everything will be as is. Actually, we may be getting a little more reimbursement as far as federal funding for this upcoming summer than last year. So everything is good with that. We'll have breakfast and lunch will be provided at all locations, and I'll give you an overview of where those will be in just a second. All these will be open sites, so that means that from those hours, most are from 8 to 1 or 8 to 12. Any student 18 or younger can come in and receive free meals, breakfast and lunch during those hours. So that will be open for any student. And the summer school will run the month of June for the most part. We will have a media release that will go out in the paper and on our website in May to let you know all the sites that will have summer feeding. So right now, I'll just give you like an overview of the ones that we currently have. Gate City High School will be the, excuse me, they will have verified credit, and that will be June the 3rd to the 20th. Gate City High School will also have alternative education that will do credit recovery. I'm sorry, Gate City High will do verified credit. Gate City High School will also do credit recovery, and that will be from June the 3rd through July the 3rd. Gate City Middle School will do regular summer school. That's June the 9th through the 20th. Dungannon Elementary School will be regular summer school, June 3rd through the 20th. Fort Blackmore Center of Excellence, summer school, June 3rd through the 16th. We have our 21st Century Schools, which will be Shoemaker, Nicholsville, and Duffield, and they will run June 3rd through the 16th. Yuma will be June 3rd through the 13th, and Hilton's will be June 16th through the 27th. So all these schools participated last year in our summer feeding and will continue this year with no issues with funding. So, any questions? Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Great news. Thank you, Mr. President. All right, next person going to speak is Ms. Tammy Quillen. She's our elementary supervisor. She's going to talk about English textbook, grades 6 through 8 adoption.
Good afternoon. I'll be very short and sweet. I'm just here to let you know that the second phase of our Virginia Literacy Act has started, with us looking now to continue with new textbooks into grades 6 through 8. So we have a committee of teachers led by Dr. Amy Sally and Ms. Kelsey Taylor and myself that are currently reviewing the textbooks that were sent to each school. There's a copy of each of those too at the school board office for public review, for you to come and review. We will meet with our teachers later on this month to get a vote for what they prefer and how they want to proceed. And then we will bring that back to you next month for a recommendation from the committee and a vote by you. That's what I have, and see if there's any questions on that now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Quillen. All right. Public comment. Does anyone wish to address the board at this time? We'll move right along. We're going to move to the superintendent. Like Mr. Ferguson, we've got a few items to go.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. In your packet, you will see a request. We have done this for a number of years. This is for the 2025-26 school year. It's in regards to the school operating line of credit. We have asked for this for a number of years in the event help meet ends, especially during the summer months, more in particular. And I ask your approval to secure the line of credit for the 2025-26 school year in the amount of $4 million.
I'll make that motion.
A motion from Mr. Housewright.
I'll second that.
Got a second from Ms. Edwards. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Thank you.
All right. Aye. All right. Motion carried.
Next item we have, this will be the second semester, fourth quarter allocations for our schools. This will finish up these allocations for this particular school year. Unless there's any questions in regards to the amounts listed on your paper, I ask your approval as presented.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Got a motion from me, got a second from Mr. Housewright. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next item we have is the Virginia Department of Education authorization of signature in the absence of the division superintendent. On your document, you will see the names, Ms. Renee Adams and Ms. Deborah Brickey. They have the authorization, of course, to go into the Omega system and make the changes or give individuals particular rights, but the individuals that would sign in the place of my absence are Miss Brenda Robinette, Special Education Supervisor, and/or Mr. Jason Smith, Assistant Superintendent.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, got a motion from Mr. Housewright, got a second from Mr. Hood, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next item we have is we'd like to add an 8th grade elective to our course of study, and that is the independent living. You have in your packet a brief description, an overview, and the rationale of the particular class, what we are proposing. Unless there's any particular questions, I would like to include this as an elective for 8th grade students for the beginning of 2025-26 school year.
I'll make the motion.
Got a motion from Ms. Edwards,
Second.
got a second from Mr. Sally, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
We also have a second class, is the agri-science exploration for our 8th grade students. It too is an elective, and you will see a description of the class itself. And again, this will become effective for the 2025-26 school year with their 8th grade class.
It'll be 7th or 8th?
It will actually be for the 8th grade, sir.
So 7th, what's
This is
exploration, agri-science, so 7th, 8th. Okay. Make it sure.
I'll make it.
I'll second.
Got a motion from Mr. Hood, got a second from Mr. Housewright, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next item we have is the Head Start financial report for the month of February 2025. Unless there's any particular questions in regard to that document, I ask your approval of that financial report.
I'll make that motion.
Motion from Mr. Housewright, a second from Mr. Mead, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next item we have, and this is for informational purposes, is the Head Start Director's Report for March of 2025. Does anyone have any particular questions in regards to this document? Hearing none, we'll continue on. The last item we have is in regard to the school construction assistance program. And what we have been looking at are potential additions to the existing Weber City Newman Elementary schools, which would provide additional space. You've heard Ms. Robinette, among others, speak in regards to more than one teacher sharing a classroom to perform certain duties. It's not so much, the population at both of the schools, for the most part, they've leveled out. But the number of services that the school system is providing for these students, we don't necessarily have a private place without 2 to 3 teachers sharing one room, so that does make it challenging in itself. In your package, you will see the architectural drawings for both of these facilities. And one thing in regards to this particular grant, it is a competitive grant. I will ask permission from the board, if approved, to go before the board of supervisors to request a letter of support. And so that is why this is here in its place. The application process will close April 18th of this year, and as I said, it is competitive. And right now, the projected construction cost, what was it, Robbie, about $500 a square foot is what we figured?
500 to 550, yes, sir.
And each of the projects, one is a little bit larger than the other in terms of the square footage. It's going to run anywhere from 3.5 to close to 4, is that what we projected?
Per school,
Per school. So what I'd like to do is make application for both and keep our fingers crossed that we'll get one of the two. And according to the document itself, within the school construction system program, they will pay, or we can be reimbursed up to 30% of the total cost. So that will run kind of as a grant. You would pay, if you're a recipient of it, you pay that portion of it directly, of course, to the vendor, and then make a request to the Department of Ed for that reimbursement amount. Does anyone have any particular questions in regards to this grant?
So this is based on our candidates right now, right? Facilities will be, it's basically, you're basing it on our candidates right now, right?
Correct. What we presently have, yes, sir.
So, I mean, there may be a future where they plan on some housing in the Bray Farm.
Yes, this idea came about prior to that, yes, sir. Then if that comes to fruition, then we may be looking at something a little different.
Okay.
So you need approval for,
I need y'all's permission to go before the board of supervisors to request a letter of support
I'll make a motion for that.
in order for us to make application for this grant.
I'll second the motion.
All right, got a motion from me, you got a second from Ms. Edwards, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, that's all that I had.
Thank you, Mr. Ferguson. I understand we need to enter into a closed meeting.
Yes, I move that we enter into closed meeting to discuss candidates for employment and the assignment performance of Head Start personnel, teachers, coaches, secretaries, custodians, cafeteria staff, central office staff as provided in section 2.2-3711A1 of the Code of Virginia as amended.
I second. So I got a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. We'll adjourn for a while. Thank you all.